Barakati Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah Brakati Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah Bashem, Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled The Importance of Food. Source Etimon, restaurant, means an eating house, establishment where meals may be bought and eaten. Restaurant goes into the origin of restore. And restore means what? To give back. Give what back? Health into our bodies. Also, restore means to build up again, repair, renew, reestablish, bring back to a former and better state. When we eat our food, we supposed to be restored. We supposed to be revived. When we go into these restaurants, we don't supposed to come out feeling sluggish, tired, having upset stomachs. All right? And Esau knows the importance of having nutrients in our foods. That's the reason why he extract the nutrients from our food. Food restores us. And that way, all right, if allotted by Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, we have a longer lifespan. And Esau again is extracting nutrients from our foods and putting bullshit foods in these restaurants, these supermarkets, and etc. Why? Because this is a form of depopulation. Going into the agenda of the New World Order. According to my Google search, a food is something that provides nutrients. Nutrients are substances that provide energy for activity, growth, and all functions of the body, such as breathing, digesting food, and keeping warm. Materials for the growth and repair of the body and for keeping the immune system healthy. Going back into that term, restore. And through nutrients in our food, we are restored again. And see, our food is going to be grade A and beyond in the kingdom of heaven. All right? Again, restore, to give back, to build up again, repair, renew, reestablish, bring back to a former and better state because of the nutrients, right? And again, a food is something that provides nutrients. Nutrients are substances that provide energy for activity, growth, and all functions of the body, such as breathing, digesting food, and keeping warm. Materials for the growth and repair of the body, and for keeping the immune system healthy. Restoration or restore. Case in point, 1 Samuel 30:10. But David pursued, he and 400 men, for 200 abode behind, which were so faint that they could not go over the brook Bezor. And they found an Egyptian in the field and brought him to David and gave him bread, and he did eat, and they made him drink water. All right. Verse 12. And they gave him a piece of a cake of figs and 2 clusters of raisins. And when he had eaten, his spirit came again to him, for he had eaten no bread nor drunk any water 3 days and 3 nights. And therefore, this Egyptian was famished. He was hungry. And therefore, by David giving him a piece of cake of figs and 2 clusters of raisins, and given him water, what happened? He was restored. He was revived again. Why? Because back in the ancient time, our food and water had a great source of nutrients, right? Another account, Judges 15 and 14. And when he came unto Lehi, and the he is referring to Samson, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh came mightily on him, and the cords that were on his arms became as flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. Verse 15, and he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand, and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith. And Samson said, with the jawbone of an ass, heaps on heaps, with the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called the place Ramoth Lehi. And he was sore athirst, and called on the Lord Yahweh, and said, you have given this great deliverance into the hand of your servant, and now shall I die for thirst, and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised. Verse 19, but the Most High clave an hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout, and when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Meaning what? When Samson drank the water, what happened? He was revived. All right, he was restored. All right, his body was repaired. Why? Because of the nutrients within that water. And Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, provided the source of this water from a jaw. Okay, a jawbone. But the Most High clave an hollow place that was in the jaw, referring to that jawbone, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof Enhakkore, which is in Lehi unto this day. Another account that shows when we eat food and drink water, or just drinking water, how these two substances supposed to have a great source of nutrients. All right, the scripture did not state that when Samson drank the water, he felt tired, he had to take a nap, or when that Egyptian, had the food from King David and drank the water from King David, he became sleepy, he became tired, he became sluggish. No, because again, our food had nutrients, and Esau is wise enough to know this. And again, this is another way of depopulating the world, and his main target is the nation of Israel. The importance of food, and again, restaurant goes into restore. So when we come out of these restaurants, we supposed to be restored. We supposed to be revived and not feeling sleepy and sluggish. Lord, will you edify. Shalom.